So sages of Naimisaranya asked 6 questions to Sukdev Goswami. Sorry, Sutta Goswami. So first question was, what is the ultimate and absolute good for people in Jerusalem? Second question was, what is the essence of all the Vedic scripture? Third question was, why Lord Krishna appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki and Vasudeva? Fourth question was, which are the various incarnations of Lord Krishna? Actually, those who specifically participate in the material creation. The fifth question was the various pastimes of Lord Krishna, incarnation of Lord Krishna, or specifically Leela avatars. And the sixth question was, whose shelter was sought by the religious principle after the departure of Lord Krishna? So subsequently in second chapter onwards, all those questions, like the second chapter, uh, first and second questions were answered. Then fourth question was also answered. Sorry, third question was also answered. And fourth question was partially answered. And fifth, in the third chapter, fourth, uh, fourth question was completely answered, completed, with the continuation of the second chapter. And in the same chapter, the fifth question is being answered. So in the last class, we saw how the different incarnations take place, especially the Lila avatars in this material world. So we started with the verse number 5, where it is mentioned that Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, especially, is the source and indestructible seed of multifarious incarnation within the universe. From the particles and portion of this form, different living entities like demigods, men, and others are created. In the sixth verse, it is mentioned about that how the Satyavisas or four Kumaras have been appeared from the Brahmaji. Second incarnation was that how the boar incarnation, Lord Vishnu appeared as a boar incarnation and lifted the earth from the region of the universe, nether region of the universe. Basically, earth was submerged in the water of the Vishnu lies. Then in the third incarnation was mentioned about Devarsinara. He is known as Satyavesvarta. He is a living entity. So yesterday I clarified that what is the difference between other incarnations Satyavesvarta. Satyavesvartas are the living entities. They are specially empowered, directly empowered. And there are some other living entities, so directly empowered incarnation of Satyavesvartas are considered as the Bhagavatavis, and indirectly empowered incarnation are considered as the Vibhuti. So different Vibhutis we have seen in the chapter number 10 of Bhagavad Gita. So I'm not going in the detail. So Devarsi Narad is of course living entity, but specially empowered by the Lord. Okay. Then we discuss about that how Nan Narayan Rishi took a birth from the wife of King Dharma, and they established the example of performing great austerity in penance. And in the 10th verse, we have discussed that fifth incarnation, Lord Kapila, is also Satyavesvarta. So he basically established the Sankhya philosophy and metaphysics to Asuri Brahman. Okay, so especially he instructed his mother also Devaki. So that we'll discuss in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'm not going in detail. Today we'll start with the 11th verse. This is अत्रेर अपत्यत्वं वृत्तः प्राप्तो अनसूयया दीक्षितम् अलरक्काय प्रहलादादिभय one. They say that the sixth incarnation of Purusa was son of the sage Atri. So who was that? Dattatreya, right? He was born from the womb of Anusuya, who prayed for an incarnation. And he spoke on the subject of transcendence to the Alarka, Prahlada, and Adup and Heya. So this incarnation is known as Dattatreya. So Dattatreya was the son of Atri and Anusuya. So Anusuya was the, we are not going to discuss more detail in Dattatreya. So I'll just mention Anusuya was considered as the most chaste wife. Okay. So the history of birth of Dattatreya as an incarnation of the Lord is mentioned in Brahmanda Purana. It is coming in Brahmanda Purana. It's not too much here. With the story of devoted wife, it is said that there that Anusuya, the wife of Rishyatri, prayed for the Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva as follows: My Lord, if you are pleased with me, and if you desire me to ask from you some sort of blessing, then I pray. So then I pray that you combine together to become my son. So she prayed. Yes, this was accepted by the Lords. So these are the Guna avatars. Basically, these were accepted by Guna avatars. Who are the Guna avatars? So, so there are six kind of incarnations. So one of them was Guna avatars. So Satyaves avatars are specifically living entities, and Guna avatars are, of course, one Brahma is Jiva Tattva, Vishnu is Vishnu Tattva, and Shiva is Shiva Tattva. All three are of different Tattva. These are called Guna avatars. So Brahmaji is in charge of mode of goodness, sorry, mode of creation. Vishnu is in charge of mode of goodness, and Lord Shiva is in charge of mode of samoguna. Okay, so that we had discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so that prayer of the Anusuya was accepted by all the three lords. And as Dattatreya, the Lord expounded the philosophy of the spirit soul and special instructed to Alarka, Prahlada, Yadu, and Iya. These are the sons of Hiranyakashipu. So they have been instructed. So I think Ayush Prabhu asked, does it related to Porus? Porus thing just happened 2,500 years ago, just before Sikandar, the Alexander attacked India. Or during the Alexander's attack to India, I think he was during that time. So, no, nothing. I think it's not related to anything. This is long before, even that before the appearance of Lord Krishna. So, as per the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. There is nothing related to this one. So, in the next verse, इसमें तथा सप्तम आकृत्यम रुचेर यज्ञो अभयाचय जायत सयामाद्य सुर गणेर अपात स्वयंभू one Taram says that the seven incarnation was Yagya, the son of Prajapati Ruchi, and his wife Akuti. He controlled the period during the change of Swayambhu Muni, Manu, and was assisted by the demigods such as his son Yama. So, the administrative posts occupied by the demigods for maintaining the regulation of the material world are offered to the highly elevated pious living. So, because these demigods are in charge of different ministries, just like in government, there are different ministries. There is a railway minister, there is a road and transport minister, there is a water irrigation department minister, there is a finance minister, then education minister, then external affairs minister. There are so many different ministries. So similar way, the universal government, there are different ministries. So Indra is a minister of rain. Okay. So Varuna is the minister of water, especially ocean and all those things. So that way, who was that? I forgot what it. Dhanvantar is the in charge of different minister of health ministry. Similar way, Dhanvantar is in charge of health department. So there are different departments in the universal government. So this kind of post is given to highly qualified people, not just ordinary people. Okay. So when there is a scarcity of such a pious living being, so basically Indra, Varuna, Chandra, Surya Dev, Brahma, all those are posts. Just like Prime Minister, Education Minister, Railway Minister are the posts. Personality may keep changing. Personality who hold this post may keep changing, but not may. They keep changing. Similarly, but post doesn't change. Post remain. So to maintain this whole universal affair, there are different ministries, and they are given charge to highly qualified personality, not ordinary personality. Sometimes this highly qualified personality is not available. So at that time, Lord Krishna, he take it, he occupied that position. Just like Indian territory. Kabhi kabhi, you might have heard that president rule has been enthroned because the government is not there. No government is there. So then what happened that someone has to rule, someone has to take charge. So then president will come. Directly president will control that state or whatever place. So there are some Indian territories, they are directly governed by the president. So same way when authorized, so the qualified person is not available, at that time Lord Krishna personally come and take charge of this post, like Prajapati, Indra, Brahma, different kind of these posts are taken by Lord, occupied by the Lord Vishnu himself. So during the period of Swayambhu Manu, the present period is Vaivastha Manu. So first Manu was Swayambhu Manu. At the time Lord Krishna came, he occupied the post. So this Kapil Dev was come during the period of Swayambhu Manu. Kardam Muni and Devhuti came during the tenure of Swayambhu Manu. Right now we are in the seventh Manu, Vaivastha Manu, whose name is Vaivastha Manu, and he is the son of sun god, Yavaswan. And that's what he said. During the period of Swayambhu Manu, there was no suitable living being who could occupy the post of Indra, the king of Indra Loka planet. The Lord himself at that time became Indra, assisted by his own son like Yama and other demigods. Okay. So Lord Yagna ruled the administration of the universal affairs. So at that time, Yagya was ruling that universal affair in the form of Indra. So that's why Lord took the incarnation. अष्टमे मेरु दिव्यां तु नाभेर्जात उरुक्रमा दर्शयं वर्तम धीराणां सर्वस्त्रम नमस्कृतम. So eighth incarnation was King Rushabh. So this we'll discuss in the fifth canto. Okay, son of King Nabi and his wife Meru Devi. In this incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection. He showed the path of perfection, how to achieve the path of perfection. We have also given the name Path of Perfection from this particular statement. There is also the book Path of Perfection. So which is followed by those who have fully control their senses and who are honored by the all order of life. So, okay. This path of perfection was followed by those who have fully controlled their senses. Okay, then only we can achieve the perfection. Otherwise not. And who are honored by all orders of life. Well, basically, we'll discuss this thing in fifth canto of this Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So I'm not going in the detail about this part. So then he says, Rusibiriyachito bheje navamam parthivam vapu dugde mam osadri vipras tenayam cha usattama. So sorry, So Rushabdev has a son named Bharat, and he has 100 sons, headed by Bharat Maharaj. There were three prominent Bharat in the history. So one is the younger brother of Lord Ramchandra. Second was the son of Rushabdev. So later on, who accepted the sannyas and went to the forest, and who at that time he was attached to the deer, and he became a Jad Bharat. Sorry, in the next life he became a deer, and after leaving the body of deer, he became a Jad Bharat. That is the second Bharat. And third Bharat was the son of Dushyanta and Sakuntala. Sakuntala is the daughter of Vishwamitra and Menka. Okay, so Dushyant, once he went to the forest and he met Sakuntala, and at that time, no, so Dushyant and Sakuntala were have married as per the Gandharva Vivaha. Gandharva Vivaha means no marriage as per the love affairs. So they married, and later on, Dushyant left that place, but at that time, Sakuntala was impregnated. So later on, the Sakuntala gave a birth to a very powerful child. So at that time, there was some rishi. He understood that this boy is not the son of ordinary personality. So then they asked Sakuntala, then Sakuntala revealed that the son of Dushyanta. So then he approached the kingdom of Dushyanta and revealed. So he had to hand over the Bharat Maharaj to Dushyanta. So that is the dynasty. So in that dynasty, later on, come Bhisma Pitamaha, Santanu, then Bhisma Pitamaha. So Santanu is son, Bhisma Pitamaha, and he has two another son, Vishwamitra, sorry. Who was that? Chitranga and Vichitravirya. And then in the dynasty, another son come, three sons come, Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura. So then you know the history. So all the Kauravas were, the son of Dhritarashtra died. Pandu has five sons. Yudhishthir Maharaj, Bhima, Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev. So all five sons of Pandavas were killed by Aswatthama. And Abhimanyu was also killed, the son of Arjuna through Subhadra. But before he died, he has impregnated Uttara. So then finally the Parikshit Maharaj take birth from the womb of Uttara. So then when Parikshit Maharaj was finally cursed at that time, so that he was cursed to die within the 7 days. So then he heard this Srimad Bhagavatam, and that they are going to learn that Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto onwards. Okay, so before that, Sut Goswami is just telling the story of all those things before how Parikshit Maharaj took birth and all those things. So that story is coming, and how Lord Krishna departed from this world, prayers of Kunti, then how Parikshit Maharaj took birth, the qualities of Parikshit Maharaj, then Parikshit Maharaj chased was the Kali. So then Parikshit Maharaj was cursed, then he was asking the question. So then the second canto starts. Okay, so Krishna went back to mention that Rishabh also is a son named Bharat Maharaj. Okay, so now this ninth one is the Lord prayed for the sages. Okay, O Brahman, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord prayed for by the sages accepted the body of King Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield the various produces, and for that reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. So this will learn in fourth canto, Prithu Maharaj. So there, in the dynasty of, I think, Dhruv Maharaj, so finally, there is one king called Vena. So Vena was very asuric, very demonic. She was raping the woman. Then, he was killing even in the innocent people. So he was just like, following the Charvak philosophy. Yeah. What is that? Whenever you get money, or yavat jivet tavat pivet, hridam klippa ghitam pivet, yavat jivet tavat pivet. So whenever, by hook or crook, by whatever debt you may have, just purchase the ghee and you should enjoy the life. And for that, whatever will you have to apply, whether you need to rob it or whatever, but just enjoy the life. So that is the philosophy of Charvak. So Vena Maharaj was also, King Vena was also like that. So finally was cursed by Brahmana, and by the curse of Brahmana he was died. Then there was no king to rule the earthly planet. So finally all the Brahmana assembled, and then they kept the body of Vena, dead body of Vena. And Brahmana recited so many mantras. And by the mantra from the thigh of King Vena, the Prusu Maharaj appeared. Okay. So then what are the activities? He cultivated the land to various produces, and for that reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. Okay, so we'll learn this thing in fourth canto. Then he says, Rupam sajya gruhe masyam chaksu sodha disamplave navyaropya mahimayam mayam apadve vastam manun. Says that when there was a complete inundation after the period of Chaksus Manu, the whole world was deep within the water. The Lord accepted the form of fish. He protected the Vaivasa Manu, okay, and keeping him up to the uh, him upon the board. So before this Vaivasa Manu, there was a Chaksusa Manvantara. Okay. So and at the end of the Chakshus Manvantara, after each Manvantara, there are three kind of annihilation. So at the end of Chatur Yuga, basically doesn't happen the annihilation. So basically, what happened when Chatur Yuga ends? That means when Kali Yuga is going to be end, the temperature is so hot. It's very very hot. So then, after that, and the end of the Kali Yuga, Kalki, Lord appear as a Kalki. They kill all Asuric people. Then what happened? That then there is a smooth transition between Kali Yuga and Satyuga. Kali Yuga to Satyuga. So many years. Okay, so it's a long period. Then smoothly the Satyuga start again. And then, so this is called, this is not called annihilation, but the smooth transition from one Chaturyuga to second Chaturyuga, another Chaturyuga. So then there is an annihilation at the end of Manu. So some portion of the water, as per Sridhar Swami, I don't know who was that, or Vishwanacharya, some portion of the uh, 14 planetary system, one or two layers from earthly planet above two and below two, three, they get inundated. They are flooded with the water. Okay, so then, so during that time, wherever is Manu is living, so that much portion, that where Manu is living, that much layer of the 14 planetary system is inundated. And then during that time to he was ruled. So that is the end of one Manu. So one day of Brahma there are 14 Manus. So right now we are living in the seventh Manu. So that is called Vaivatsa Manu. So before the Vaivatsa Manu came, there was the rule of Chakshusa Manu. So in that, when the Manu's period was over, the whole planetary system was inundated with the water till the area where Manu lives. At that time, Lord appeared as the fish incarnation, and he saved the Vaivatsama. So that is the thing that according to Sridhar Swami, the original commentator on Bhagavatam, there is not always devastation after the change of every Manu, not always. And yet, this inundated after the period of Chaksas Manu took place in order to show the some wonders of Satya Vrata. Okay, basically, who was that? I forgot. Markandeya Rishi wanted to see the inundation, how the world get inundated, world inundates. So he wanted to see it, to show him the favor whom Markandeya Rishi, Lord has brought that water of inundation. So, and yet this inundation after that period of Chakshit Manu took place in order to show some favor to Satyavrat Muni. But Sri Jiva Goswami has given a definite proof from the authoritative scripture like Vishnu Dharmottara Markandeya Puran Hari said that there is always devastation after end of each and every month. So Jiva Goswami is telling that after each end of each month there is a water of inundation. There is inundation. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has also supported. And he has also quoted from the Bhagavatam about this inundation after each month. Apart from this, the Lord, in order to show the special favor to Satyavrata, a devotee of the Lord, in this particular period, incarnated himself. No, there were two reasons. So he wanted to show the favor, and of course, then there was the end of Manu also. Okay, so in the next verse, it says, Surasuranam Udadhim Manthanat Mandarachalam Dagre Kama Rupena Pushta Ekadasa Vibhu. So 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of tortoise whose shell served as the pivot for the Mandarachal hill, which was being used as a churning rod by the theist and atheist of the universe. So basically, we'll discuss this in 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So where demigods and demons, they wanted to have Amrut. They wanted to churn the ocean, six sagas. Their Mandarachal Parvat was brought by Lord Vishnu on the back of Garuda. Then later on, it was put as a churning rod in the Shir Sagar, and to hold that road, they need some support. And to have that support, so Lord again took incarnation as a tortoise. On the back of tortoise, Mandarachal Parvat was put. So someone says that Lord was feeling the itching in his back. So to fulfill that sensation of itching, so he wanted that there is a Mandarachal hill will be to scratch his back. So that's why Lord took as a tortoise incarnation. There are different kind of tortoise incarnation. So if you see in the, I don't know whether they've shown in this chart. I think it's not shown in this chart. Oh yeah, here it is. There are different level of tortoise incarnation. So this is to hold the whole planetary system. So Lord again take the tortoise. So this tortoise for churning and tortoise who hold this whole planetary system is different. So that way, this special kind of activity. Okay, so that is we'll discuss this in 8th chapter. 8th canto, sorry. This is Dhanvantaram Dvadasam Trayodasam Evacha Papayaya Surana Anyan Mohinya Moha Striya. So the 12th incarnation, the Lord appeared as the Dhanvantari. So that Dhanvantari comes from the churning of ocean. And in the 13th, he allured the atheist by the charming beauty of the woman and gave nectar to the demigod. So you know this thing. So this is related tortoise. Then when the churning was going on, so first poison came out, then different things came out. In that, some Airavat came out, then Dhanvantari also came out with the Amrut. Okay, so now that a pot of the Amruta was stolen by the demons. So, to elude them, Lord Krishna again took incarnation as a Mohini. So the demons were charmed by the Mohini incarnation. Finally, they handed over the pot of Amruta to Mohini incarnation. When first that Mohini incarnation tells the demons that oh, all of you are so learned, so well cultured. So first you should give the Amruta to demigods. Their nice language. So she allured the demons, and she gave the Amruta to the demigods. So then in that, two demons, they understand. One demon understand that says Lord Vishnu, who has taken a form of Mohini. So that Rahu and Ketu, so that he took he disguised himself as a demigod. So he also drank the Amruta. So that Mohini incarnation again take a form of Vishnu and kill that demon. So Rahu and Ketu, portion of the torso is other separated from the head. So that way these are the Lord Krishna took a different incarnation here. Then he said Chaturdasam Narasimham Divrajyam Murjitam Dadara Karanche Ruda Vera Ekam Katha Katha. They says that the 14th incarnation the Lord appeared as a Nrsimha and bifurcated the strong body of atheist Hiranyakasipu with his nails just as the carpenter uh, pierced the cane. So we'll discuss this in seventh canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Here he says, Panchamadasa Vamanakam Utva Gadha Dvarambale Padatrayam Yachamanha Pratyadi Sustri Ishtapam. So in the 15th incarnation, the Lord assumed the form of Vartha Brahmana, Vaman Dev, and visited the arena of sacrifice arranged by the Maharaj Bali. So he took basically the Bali Maharaj is the. So we'll discuss this thing again in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bali Maharaj is the son of Prahlad Maharaj. So Virochan is the son of Prahlad Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj is the son of Virochan. And when Lord appeared as a Narsimhadev, so he promised Prahlad Maharaj that he will not kill any of his descendants. Now onwards, he will not kill any of his descendants. So later on, you will see in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Banasur, who was a descendant of Prahlad Maharaj, was not killed by Lord Krishna. Okay. So Bali Maharaj, he has occupied all the heavenly planets, hellish planet, and earthly planet. He was ruling every planet, every part of the universe. So Indra has ran away to again give the kingdom throne to Indra. Indra requested Lord Vishnu to appear. So then, on the request of demigods, Lord appeared as a Vamandev, and Vamandev's approach the arena of Bali Maharaj, where sacrifice was going to be performed. At that time, Bali Maharaj, seeing the beauty of this Dwarka Brahman, Vamandev, was so much enchanted by this beauty of Vamandev. So then he said, Oh, Brahman Dev, what do you want? Of course, we'll discuss this, but story is very interesting. So then Brahmana says, I just want, then he says, everyone should be satisfied. Then he says, I just want I just want the land which can be covered by my 3 steps. Then Bali Maharaj said, Arey yaar, क्या मांग रहे हो अब मेरा अपमान करो मांगने से आप कहो तो आपको सुंदर स्त्री से शादी करा दो आप कहो तो मेरा पूरा राज्य आपको दे दूं he was ready to give anything. The second time asked, third time asked, when third time he asked, he said that I just want 3 steps of the land. Then Bali Maharaj said, okay, as you wish. Then Bali Maharaj, sorry, Vamadev expand himself so much that first step he occupied all the lower planetary system, and second step he occupied all upper planetary system, including the land. And now the third step was pending. So then Vamadev said to Bali Maharaj that you lied, given me a false promise, so that you are going to be punished to enter in the Patala Loka, Sutala Loka. So then Bali Maharaj said, okay, you can put your third leg on my head. So then Lord placed him down to the Sutala Loka. Then Lord was so much pleased by the surrender of Bali Maharaj that Lord gave him benediction that I will personally guard your Sutala Loka. So that then later Lord Krishna also visited that Sutala Loka to again bring his 6th elder brother who was killed by sorry, who were killed by Kamsa. So that is the story of Bali Maharaj. But we'll see in detail in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, teachings and everything. In this Avtare Sodasame Pashyan Brahma Duho Nrupan Sri Sapta Krutva Pito Nisatram Karon Mahim. In the 16th incarnation of the Godhead, the Lord as the Bhrugupati, who was that? Parsuram. Parsuram Jayanti is also known as Akshay Tritiya, right? So that's Lord as a Bhrugupati annihilated the administrative class Satriya 21 times, being angry with them because of the rebellion against the Brahmana, the intelligent class. This is the whole story. Okay. So once upon a time, uh, Kartivirya Arjun, so he sent his son to Jandagna Muni's ashram. I think they visited some of the stories like that. So when they saw that Kamdhanu guys, they were so much enchanted. So then they requested to Jandagni Muni, sorry, that please give us this cow. This is meant for us. So Jandagni Muni didn't give. So basically, so this Satriya becomes so angry and they killed Jamdagni Rishi. So Parsuram, who was the son of Jamdagni Rishi, said, how can they kill the Brahmana? It is not good at all. So then Parsuram, he killed the 21 generation of the Satriya. And every time he handed over the land to Brahmana. So these were the Satriya who rebelled against the Brahmana, rebellious Satriya. And to bring them in a control, Parsuram took a birth. He was also Satyavesarta. Okay. So I think there are so many things. There are 6 more verses. But anyway, we'll cover this on the Monday. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If any question, comment, feedback,